goes a sight from my soul. There goes a sight, there goes a sight.
Yeah, let me go check. Talking. Oh, cool. So I'm talking. He evidently, you guys can't hear him, but I'm talking. So let's go through this champion select. The Elise and the Thresh taken away from Drexel University, and the Pantheon and the Jax was taken away by Carnegie Mellon. So the Jax is clearly a target ban, but the Pantheon, one of the strongest top laners in this meta right now. So that's definitely not a surprise that's being taken away. Fiora is another one that's really strong right now that we could possibly see get taken away, but also top laners still like their tanks right now, so we'll see how that one plays out. Rakan gets taken away from the support, and now it's over to first pick. What is up right now that is super high priority? There's a lot of good ones up for us right now, and
yeah,
I think
quite a few. Sorry to interlude. Finally
You're
got
good.
all the audio things set up. I apologize. Stream is a bit of an emergency situation, so things are going to be a little in progress. But hey, as we can see, already through all the picks and bans, and it's actually going to be the Renekton. We've been seeing a lot of Renekton picks at Worlds. Just Spear of Sojin is so nutty on him, especially if we combine it with Press the Attack, although I think some Renektons take the Conqueror. Very brutal top laner and lets you win lanes very hard.
Yeah, I question the blind pick though, because there's a lot of top laners that can also counter Renekton really, really well and just duel him out as much as possible. I mean, you can literally put an AD carry in any lane nowadays. So Renekton's going to have a hard time with that first pick. I think it was super bold.
Yeah, we'll have to see, but the Kai'Sa is going to be the reply here for Drexel University. Arguably the best AD carry in the game right now, even after the nerfs, just due to how strong her itemization is. And it's going to be locked in with the Nautilus too. Technically, Nautilus can be flexed in other positions, but let's be honest, we're like 95% sure that's going to be a support Nautilus in the bot lane.
Yeah, and you know what? Nautilus as a support right now is such a beast. He just does everything all over the map. He doesn't die. He roams super well. He can even walk into the enemy jungle and bother him for a while. I mean, I love seeing Nautilus, and the Kai'Sa pick is immediately going to get countered by the Xayah. The Rakan was taken away, so you don't have that combo going for you, but there's the full bot lane pair there with the Alistar.
Yeah, very interesting. The Rakan was taken away, so we can't see the leverage do a bot lane, but Alistar's kind of like Rakan. You have a little bit of a combo. You go in and knock people up. It's not quite the same, but, you know, still pretty cool. We'll have to see, because Alistar, another champion in the support role who has a very hard time dying, but he can actually tank in team fights thanks to the Unbreakable Will, because Nautilus from the support role, even with Aftershock and his shield, it's not really the best because you're still operating the support income. You're still having to buy items that they give you a decent amount of tankiness, but a good chunk of their power budget goes into the utility associated with the items. So you're operating on a lower budget with less tank stats. Like, you're by no means squishy, but you can get blown up if people focus you.
Yeah, and as we can see, the Malphite came in, and this is a full-on team fight composition in here in Game 1 but for Drexel University. I mean, Nautilus plus Malphite in a team fight literally means press R and go in. Don't be afraid. And as you can see, Carnegie Mellon immediately noticed this and take away the Orianna as well. We're not having any of these wombo combos coming in.
Yeah, although one interesting thing that has been popping up in solo queue at least, I'm not sure about high-end solo queue, but it's been popping up quite a bit in Golden Plat according to my roommates and friends. Full AP Malphite jungle. Basically, you just farm up, build full AP, go Dark Harvest, and every so often you just have a full-on nuking capability, find a squishy lane and blow them up. But looks like those hopes might be a little drenched here if that Gragas is locked in. Gragas
You can
tending
still
to
go
build
Gragas top if you want to, yeah, but...
Yeah, probably not. It's been a while since Gragas
Oh, there
top
we
has
go.
been a thing. Oh, Lee Sin already. A lot of early pressure that you can put on with the Lee Sin. Not as fun and funny to watch as the full AP Malphite and Nukem Dukem jungle, but, you know, you get to see some cool plays. A little spiff and insect here and there.
That's the goal for now. We take a look at the pick here. They're probably going to save mid for last. Actually, it doesn't matter. They're picking at the same time. What am I saying? Rek'Sai will come in as a counter to that Lee Sin. And do they want to... It's going to be difficult to blind pick a mid here, especially when you've banned a lot of mid picks overall in this entire game. 4 mid laners got banned this game. Technically 5 if you count Pantheon. So this is going to be a really difficult champion to pick because it's just straight up blind. And it's all about how confident MVN is. And he's going to go with the Sylas.
Yeah, Sylas, he is very good. Although the recent nerfs... he basically got Cassined and made himself much, much more vulnerable to those 80 mid laners. So you might actually see an 80 mid laner locked in
Yasuo's
here.
available, and you have a Malphite and a Nautilus. Yep, that was an obvious choice.
Yeah.
That was an obvious choice. With that composition, you can't not pick Yasuo.
Yeah, especially into that mid lane matchup. But one thing I do want to point out, Sylas's biggest counter match, well, the biggest counter matchup that he is, that's probably mildly confusing, but he has the highest win rate. Well, why are words hard? His highest win rate matchup is versus Malphite, because turns out Malphite ultimate with a 1.0 AP ratio is mildly busted. So yeah, that's gonna be pretty fun to watch. Although, like you said, he did get counterpicked in that mid lane, and quite a bit of wombo combo here on the side of Drexel.
Yeah, and furthermore, what is cool, though, about the Sylas pick is that their only engage really is Alistar and a little bit of Rek'Sai. But what's really nice about the Sylas pick is that you can steal one of those 2 huge engage ultimates from Drexel University. You can hijack the Unstoppable Force or the Depth Charge if you please. So that could be a really nice team fighting tool as well.
Not to mention, you can steal the Last Breath from Outflayed if you so want to.
Oh, in combo with Alistar.
Yeah, you do have the Alistar, you do have the Rek'Sai. It's definitely nowhere near as consistent as Nautilus or Malphite, but there's still pretty decent consistency to be had in that.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, as we are finished up with Champion Select and are looking at these compositions, I want to talk to you guys about a little bit something special, all right? Like, you guys want to hear about something special? Let's do it. Are you looking to take your game to the next level? Because it all starts with your peripherals. From keyboards to keycaps, mice, and more, our friends at Kono have got you covered. Kono works with the world's best designers, inventors, and makers to bring you some of the best gaming peripherals around. Kono have been huge supporters of us here at Upsurge and have made generous contributions to our prize pools. If you need to find a new keyboard or more for your setup, we can't recommend anyone better than Kono. For more information, head over to kono.store to check out all they have to offer. That's Kono store, Kono. Discover amazing products. With that, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with game number 1. And we're on the Rift. Of course, if you are just tuning in, my name's Wiggs. That is Goferino. And we are ready for Carnegie Mellon on the blue side, Drexel University on the red side. And here we go with the level 1. Immediately, Carnegie Mellon setting up the anti-invade pattern. And Drexel looks out for blood right now with this crazy good level 1 comp.
Yeah, for sure. When you have the Nautilus, he is a huge boy, able to, the passive, great for level 1 fights. The hook, great for level 1 fights too. But if you look on the other side of Carnegie Mellon, they do have the flash knockup from Acorn 55 if he so desires to. So both sides not terribly shabby at level 1, but look at Carnegie Mellon going in, dropping that deep vision by the Raptors, but not opting for a full-on invade.
A nice job getting out of there right at the time where they thought Malphite might make his way back up. And this actually stops the invade altogether. Everybody's just going to stay safe. Both junglers are going to start on the bottom side of the map. And everything's going to roll from there. Now, I do like bottom side start for junglers, especially when they both do it. Basically, just because of the fact that we know that they're going to think about top lane once they hit level 3. And that's a really fun bloodbath to see early in the game.
Yeah. Especially since starting bot lane means you get the big juicy leash thanks to 2 people leashing instead of 1.
Yep.
Although some junglers do like starting that top side. It is personal preference, as leashes are done and everybody's just going to be heading off on their merry way.
It's actually a win when you're on blue side and starting toward the bottom side because you do get red buff, with which 1 helps you clear faster, but 2 also lets you get Krug's level 2, which is just a way faster gain to XP and gold overall. So it's just an overall win for the Rek'Sai in this case, just because of the fact that she was on that blue side there.
Yeah, for sure. And, well, we'll have to see how that works out. As everybody just farming up for now, nothing too aggressive. Do expect a lot of aggression in the bot lane, though, when one side hits level 2, or both.
If I was an Alistar, I'd be a little bit hesitant to jump on a Nautilus this early, but you could actually make something happen. Lots of scruffing there in the top lane as well. I will ask you a question about these junglers. Where do you think they're going? As I see a Rek'Sai coming mid, I actually take that back.
You've answered your own question, my boy.
I did, and he has a tunnel available. Oh, the stun actually lands from the Sylas. Outflayed, taking a lot of damage here, trying to dash his way around, doing Yasuo things. Gets hit by 1 Prey Seeker. He does have his shield back up. He actually might survive another one, but he's still on the run right here. Dodges another spell. Dodges
How's
another
he alive?
spell. Oh, he dashes through him. He's going for this one right now. He is going to die to the tower eventually, but you got to applaud that effort. Meanwhile, Nick gets knocked into the tower, and he will go down as well. And all of a sudden, 2 kills picked up by Carnegie Mellon.
Yeah, really good by Carnegie Mellon there, recognizing when to go in. Bot lane, it might not be over yet. Acorn, he might have the combo soon. No Ignite. But yeah, bot lane, that was just a matter of Nick got knocked into towers, a level 1 Nautilus, and it's like, you win some, you lose some, but you usually take L's on that one, my friend.
Look at Cha-Ching on this Lee Sin. Did nothing but farm instead of going for that kill. Another thing is that you look at a win there for Outplayed. He didn't play that very well, but what he did is he was able to delay the amount of time, which stopped Kiting his hard from picking up an assist on that play, actually.
And with that being said, everything is going to settle back down, but that's already over a 1,000 gold lead coming out here for the side of Carnegie Mellon, so they've got to be feeling good.
Kiting his hard can go right back mid, too, if he pleases, knowing Yasuo. Wait, hold on. Yasuo never used his flash in that engage either. Yeah, now, that's where I'm starting to question.
Because basically, the way he was... I don't know, would flash have saved him? Maybe from the initial part.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe if you're right. If he flashed originally from the knockup or something like that. That's just an interesting scenario because I could have sworn he used it.
Yeah. I mean, saving it on to later is going to be nice for him since Yasuo is pretty heavy gank bait for junglers because, well, you kind of have to play really aggressive as Yasuo in lane, so that's where the tried and true of the 0 and 5 or 5 and 0 Yasuo stereotype comes from. You either live fast and die young or live fast and die rich.
Yeah, I mean, it's a Yasuo comp. You shut down the Yasuo, you can do a lot of great things. Kai says your only carry at that point is MVN and Outplayed going back and forth right now, and just an equal trade overall. Meanwhile, Harbinger being super aggressive on Luckshot.
Yeah, and it's already paying off for Harbinger in the top lane. That's a 17 CS lead. That's nearly 3 entire waves of creeps in that guy's favor right now. And that is part of the matchup. Renekton, known for being a pretty hard bully early on. And Malphite, while he does have the big boy armor stats, he is slightly vulnerable early on, especially since he doesn't have any armor built up yet. Although kiting is hard, is here in the bot lane. His position might have been revealed, though, by the Alistar passive.
Difficult to tell. They might not have pinged him out, but they might still just want to be safe in general, knowing that the Alistar is being so aggressive, just walking forward every once in a while, and Rifle keeping his distance.
Oh, here he comes!
He actually didn't know when he dredge line there that kiting his hard was there. That's an easy knock up onto Nick, who does not have flash, but they can't actually find the kill. Teleports coming down from both top laners right here, and this is an all-out bloodbath as kiting his hard picks up Nick. Do they want to go for the dive? Not against that Malphite. And it will just be one more kill for Carnegie Mellon as they disengage.
Here comes Cha-Ching, though. He's in the wings. Looks like he is going to back off, though. And there goes the slice and dice.
Harbinger goes back in, knowing that Cha-Ching left, picked up Moo Cow. Oh, the flash in. They don't find the kill on the Kaisa either. MVN actually has level 6 as well, but he can't hijack an ult when the enemy doesn't have an ult, correct? So, found a lot of damage still.
Quite a bit of damage, I would say. Because Rifle got out of that with sub 50 health easily. I want to say it was down to like 20 health, but I'm not a rocket scientist, so.
4-0 start for Carnegie Mellon here in game 1. The Renekton doing a lot more work than the Malphite on that TP play. And I think the biggest reason why is because Luckshot, or Luckshoe, not Luckshot. I've been calling him the wrong name the entire time. When Luckshoe, he teleported, but he was only level 5. What does a teleporting roaming Malphite do without his ult?
Yeah, that's just more of a please stop killing them teleport, but Carnegie Mellon was quick to pick up, hey, he's not level 6. Yeah, well, he is level 6 now, but no teleport, so not really much of a threat, and yeah.
Makes it really easy to pick up that dragon as well. As long as you see Cha-Ching make an appearance on the top side, you can pretty much go for it at this point with how strong your bot lane is. MVN going in right now, doing so much damage to Outflayed, who flashes away.
Yeah, really interesting, because MVN, he only has the Doran's ring here into the Corrupting Potion as his main source is damage, but he's already doing a lot of damage. Pretty interesting.
Just playing that matchup really well. Acorn thinking about it. They do get the root with the feathers and popping up Nick into the air, who still doesn't have a flash. Will they find a stun? They will not. Nick still gets out alive.
Yeah, still a very favorable trade, though, here for Carnegie Mellon. That's going to give him more advantages in this lane and more priority and pressure. And these kinds of small things, they're going to keep adding up, especially when you already have some previous additions of killing 2 assists on Moo Cow.
Did he not see that ward? Hello? Hello? Acorn? Buddy?
I think he sees it. He's just... Oh, yeah, I see why he's not going for it right now.
Kiting is hard, going for the dive right now. Pops the ultimate, going in to get the kill. Nick is down. Rifle is down. Another successful 2 kills for Carnegie Mellon in the bot lane.
Yeah, and kiting is hard, just being a gank monster this game. 3 for 3 on ganks, I want to say, in terms of success, and that's going to give his bot laners even more of a lead, going to give him even more plates here, and that is a huge advantage in the bot lane. If you take a look at the gold, 1,500 gold separates these 2 AD carries. That is about half an item already, and we're 9 minutes into the game.
I want to go back to that ward play in the bot lane where they blatantly didn't clear a ward. That was genius. That was absolutely genius, because if you don't clear the ward, then the team doesn't know that the jungler's coming. And it actually just changed their mind completely. I love that play. Cha-Ching's getting bursted onto right now. The last breath actually came out and took down kiting his hard. MVN's going to find one back. He actually has a last breath of his own right now, but he doesn't have a knock-up. And that's going to be the Yasuo getting out. But Drexel was able to pick up 1 kill in this game.
Yeah, and that was technically more worthwhile for Drexel since they are behind. It's not going to be a huge extra boost to them, but they will take it, especially since the 1 kill did go into Outflayed, and he is going to scale like a monster, because one thing that Drexel can do is that they scale very, very well with this Kaisa and the Yasuo. So yeah, a lot of late game potential damage.
You just got to stay in it. Don't let them snowball. It's already almost gotten out of hand in the bot lane. You've got to play through this mid lane lead that isn't super high, and then your top lane's also pretty much a lost cause. They're going for MVN right now. Nick looking for the dredge line, doesn't find it, does root him in place, but they don't feel comfortable diving in whatsoever.
Here comes
This
Acorn.
is the last breath available. He's going to go in for it right now. Onto Rifle, getting all the damage down. Rifle's able to dash out. Everybody's staying slow. Kiting his heart is here to try and do a damage to Outflayed, who's taking a lot of damage as well. In goes the ultimate.
Oh.
Does he find it? Gets popped up. Kiting his heart is down. What a play there by Rifle and the rest of the team.
That was such a clutch play by Outflayed there. But in the end, is it a win for Drexel? Because they are going to lose a lot of damage on this tower, and 2 plates is worth roughly a single kill. So in the end, it is technically even. But Drexel will take those.
And you know what? We've already seen a huge jungle difference. Kiting his heart has been everywhere, but Cha-Ching has struggled. He's only involved himself on 1 kill, and we haven't really seen him make a lot of different pressure on the map. It's all been about the Rek'Sai so far, and he's got to step up his game. He's got to get more aggressive if he wants to get his team back in the game.
Yeah, because the reason why you pick Lee Sin is for the early pressure and the early to mid-game playmaking, but if you're 0-1-1 right now as a Lee Sin at 11.5 minutes, compared to the enemy jungler, who's 1-2-4, it's not the worst case scenario, but it's certainly slightly suboptimal to suboptimal in terms of scenarios here. Harbinger going to pick himself up another plate in that top lane. Look at that CS lead on this Renekton. Twice the CS of the Big Rock.
Unbelievable play by Harbinger, and the only time either of them roamed was just to that bot lane teleport play. So it's just been straight up a lot of CS that the Malphite has struggled to get. And a lot of pressure around this bot lane right now. Possibly some Dragon Vision will get picked up. Actually, it was just started. And he's invisible. Am I the only one that sees this?
I can't see Cha-Ching. Is this the bug where he's a million miles in the air?
They said in chat that they can't see him either. He got bugged out of the game. Is he still there now? Let me look. No, he's back.
Okay.
He fell out of the sky.
So
what just happened?
I think that's the bug where you just fly a million miles up into the air. Or maybe we had the Lee Sin blindfold on. Who knows?
That's probably what happened. Lee Sin makes everyone else blind, and then all of a sudden he reveals that he can see.
Ooh, Harbinger finds himself a Malphite.
Luxu is going to take some damage, but he also can deal a lot back. Still has Unstoppable Force available. Kiting his heart is here, and maybe Luxu might just want to Unstoppable Force his way out of this one, as he will under the tower, but he's super low. Void Rush comes in. Great flash, but he still took the damage. Is this going to matter? Luxu's trying to find a way in, and will not. Harbinger picks up the kill.
And yeah, that's just aggression from Luxu being punished here by Harbinger and kiting his heart. So rather unfortunate for him. But if you're Carnegie Mellon, you're happy that this Croc is getting even farther ahead in the top lane, because you also pick Renekton to win lane, and he's winning lane right now.
Able to pick up the first turret, getting all the plates off of it. Able to take another plate here in the bot lane as well. Kiting his heart is going to walk into Cha-Ching. Who wins this 1v1? Cha-Ching might actually, if he gets the Dragon's Rage off, and he does, the 1v1 win from the jungler.
Yeah, it did cost Cha-Ching the Dragon's Rage, though, and I do think he only did that because the Queen's Wrath from cutting his heart is down, but still. Great solo kill coming out from Cha-Ching, and those are the types of W's that Drexel wants right now. They're by no means out of it, but they might be a little out in the bot lane.
Nick is just forced up and gonna throw the hijacked. Oh, that wasn't hijacked at all. That was a regular depth charge from Nick, but it didn't really help him survive as MVN takes him down. Outflayed and Luxu are also here. Headbutt back. Luxu does not have the Unstoppable Force. Remember, he burnt it top lane, so that just hurts your Yasuo combo completely, and it allows an easy escape for Carnegie Mellon.
Yeah, and that's another teleport.
Going for Cha-Ching. Cow's trying to find him. The Silas on the other side as well. He flashes away. The rest of the red team are behind them, though, trying to flank. And you know what? Kiting his heart says, why don't we just go for this one? Void rushing to Rifle right now. On top of him, absolutely blows him up. Now going for the Malphite. Luxu's right there. Gets popped up in the air. Also on the other side, Outflayed trying to get away. He flashes away. He does not have a knock-up quite yet. MVN is going to take out Outflayed. And another kill picked up for Carnegie Mellon and an easy mid lane tower in front of them.
Yeah, Carnegie Mellon, they're just snowballing further and further ahead, and Drexel, it looks like they're making a little bit of a comeback, but now if you look at the gold lead, it's 9.3 thousand gold in the favor of Carnegie Mellon at the 15-minute mark. That is pretty damn insane, if I do say so myself.
The biggest thing in that bot lane fight was the fact that the Unstoppable Force was burnt top lane. So once again, Luxo has teleported to bot without his ultimate and thus just couldn't do anything except stand there.
Yeah, because, I mean, Malphite's basic entire power budget is the fact that he has Unstoppable Force and can stack armor. But stacking armor is like 25%. 75% is the fact he flings himself and knocks 5 people up.
Fighting is hard, going to try and steal this one. He's going to let it slide. Doesn't want to risk his life for it. And Kaching will pick up a dragon for himself. You know, if you look at the one thing that is going positive is that Kaching, even though he couldn't gank a lot early, has made sure that he at least outfarmed the Rek'Sai.
Which is pretty good. Although, still pretty dire situation here for Drexel. They are going to have to find some really unfair fights or really good picks in order for them to come back. But this is quite the opposite.
Harbinger going in. The two-man knockup goes in for the last breath on the MVN, who can just steal the last breath away. He didn't really need to, but he can save it for later. And Harbinger picks up another kill.
Yeah, and outflayed, he is putting the plays on. Speaking of the plays, though.
Acorn taking a lot of damage. Is it time to go? The depth charge is down. They get a 4-man knockup. Kiting is hard, also gets rooted. Moo Cow is down. The Malphite comes in with an Unstoppable Force, and suddenly they find a team fight as soon as he has it. Acorn trying to find his way out. Will do so with the blast code. Nobody's going to be able to catch him, and 2 kills for Drexel University.
2 very much needed kills, but if you look at the top lane and the mid lane, both those waves are pushing in, so Drexel, they can't really do too much in terms of map pressure off of it. It's just going to be 2 economy kills, and it is going to help them a bit, though, come back into the game at least.
Big time. And I think that really makes a difference of what this comp is with Malphite versus without. The Unstoppable Force was available, and suddenly they won a team fight. That's what they need every single time. He cannot burn it too nonchalantly. He's got to be so safe with it.
Yeah, especially since Luxo, he hasn't itemized any CDR yet on this Malphite. There should be CDR coming in the future, but right now with that CDR on that ultimate, it is going to be kind of, it feels bad because you really do have to pick your ultimates wisely on him. But there's so many opportunities where you do want to use it and do need to use it that you just can't always have it up when you do need it.
Yeah. Harbinger is almost done with that Spear of Shojin. Once he has it, he's only against the Malphite with just a Sunfire Cape and boots. It's going to be really easy for Harbinger to split push, and it's going to be really hard for Luxo to stop him.
Exactly, yeah, because Renekton's 1 versus 1 power just gets so obnoxious once he gets that Shojin, because he pops the Dominus, slice and dices in, and can basically semi-perma stun you. Not to mention while just machine gun rapid firing. Oh, top lane though.
Luxo under the tower right now is going to get stunned up. Void Rush there, Smite there. Acorn picks up the kill and an easy top tower. And here's the answer though from Drexel if they want it. Nick actually might get caught out here. Gets under tower in time, gets the root down. It looks like they're not going to go for an engage just yet.
Yeah, although this is very primo map position for Carnegie Mellon because they're firm in control. There's an entire jungle for them to just take and ward on up. So they're going to do that exactly, and they just have pressure all over the map right now.
13-5 is where it stands right now, a 10,000 gold lead, but Drexel recently have been able to find some good kills. They're going to look for MVN right now. His rifle goes in with his ultimate, and in goes Cha-Ching as well. And Dragon's Rage is actually stolen to get Cha-Ching away, and then MVN picks up a kill, and then Kiting is hard. Shows up. God. They turn around the bot lane fight. They find Nick in the mid lane. Carnegie Mellon have just taken this game over.
Yeah, it's kind of at the point where what can you do as Drexel? Because that was a 2 versus 1, but that's the 5-0 and 2 Silas with 2 whole items right now. He's going to be very obnoxious to kill.
When you get to a point where you can't kill the Silas fast enough and then that happens, you're definitely in a bad spot. The good news is it's only 20 minutes in and you have a full-on team fight composition. Your Yasuo did not fall that far behind. Your Malphite significantly did, unfortunately. But you just got to wait. Keep farming it up. Let Malphite farm. The dude doesn't even have 100 CS yet.
Yeah, it's kind of really bad because that's about an average of 5 CS a minute, and I think according to league refs, that's like silver level technically. I mean, you do have to cut him some slack though. It's a very hard lane matchup, and he did get ganked several times, so
Yeah.
he was kind of on his own. But still, it is a very feels bad point to be AML fight, and he's still not itemizing CDR yet, which kind of sucks because he's getting the Spectre's Cowl, it looks like, to deal with MVN, which does make sense. There's probably going to be a lot of situations where he's in a solo lane facing down MVN, but still, that's just more time without CDR, and that's going to kind of suck.
It's definitely going to hurt them. There's so much pressure by this top lane Renekton and split push as well that it's so hard for Drexel actually to team fight right now because they know they lose top inhibitor if they don't respond to this right now. They might actually just commit to a fight. I think that's what they want to do. Outplays thinking about it, but Mumukau is right on top of him. Oh, the great Feather Storm to block the knockup. Nick goes in, depth charge down. That gets Mumukau way out of this fight. Do they want to continue this one? Nick actually wants to chase. He will have another dredge line available. Should be able to find it, and he will. Last breath comes out. Mumukau is down. Great pick, but look at the Renekton on your inhibitor turret right now. Is this really worth just one kill?
Yeah, because that's what? 3 ultimate? No, 2 ultimates expunged, and Luxio, he's in trouble.
He does have the unstoppable force to get himself away. Will flash, so he doesn't have to use it. Oh, hold on. Void Rush there. Now he does. They are going to find Harbinger here, but will he actually be able to pick up a kill before he leaves? He's so strong under Rifle! 1 versus 3! Looking for number 2! Oh my goodness! Picks up 3 in a 1 versus 3!
That's Spear of Sojin Renekton for you. 5-0 and 5 on this Renekton with 2.5 items. 3 people is not enough, and God, that was...
I don't think 5 was enough.
Yeah.
I mean, my goodness. And because he killed 3 people, they can just walk right up to Baron now.
Yeah, they can certainly take it fairly quickly with how far ahead they are. Doesn't look... Oh, nope. Looks like it is going to be the call. Yep, there it is. Started right on up. There's still a dead Cha-Ching here. He just respawned. Never mind that. But he is a level down in terms of these smite fights, so that can be pretty critical. There's no wards on this Baron.
Drexel's just going to have to let him take it, even if they know what's going on. I don't think they do. I think they personally think that they just went back after the dragon, but even if they did know, it's not like they can stop them. And this has just gotten out of control. Carnegie Mellon has a Renekton that takes 4 people to kill him. And you know what? I think once it gets that point, you've really just got to be as passive as possible and hope that they'll make a bad play and you'll pick up a few kills. I don't know any other way for Drexel to get back in this one.
Yeah, for sure. And honestly, Drexel, they just have to be thinking about go next at this point because they're 15,000 gold down. The enemy team has Baron buff, and every single member of the enemy team is fed as hell right now. So there's really nothing much you can do unless you can miraculously stall out the game. But to miraculously stall out the game, they're going to have to win a fight somewhere or steal a Baron. They haven't done either of those yet so far, which is very concerning. They do want to have any prospects of coming back into this game. Ooh, look at the bot lane, though. We might have a bit of a boogaloo.
They're looking for it under that tower, and pretty much Rifle and Nick are trapped. Nick actually runs forward not to get popped up, and Kiting His Heart is going to get hit by a depth charge immediately with the stopwatch. The 2-man pop-up, all the damage down from the rest of Carnegie Mellon. MVN absolutely dominating as he picks up another one as well. And onto this inhibitor here in the top lane. The inhibitor turret's going to go down there in the bot lane shortly as well. And into the base goes the blue team. And they want more. Outflay gets popped up in the air. They all get popped up in the air. Have the combo come in. Why don't you? Kiting His Heart gets kicked back, but Luxio's already gone. And the ace came out as the Renekton picked up Cha-Ching. They can push for the end.
Yeah, honestly, Carnegie Mellon, they're just dominating this game. I don't know what else to say. 24-6 in kills, 7-0 in towers, and oh, speak the devil, more killing.
Why not? Keep going for it. Nick is down. Rifle is down. Legendary goes the Silas who didn't die. 607 on Harbinger on the Renekton. And an easy game 1 for Carnegie Mellon.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Game 1 taken by Carnegie Mellon in very dominating fashion there.
I mean, right as soon as the Renekton 1v3 happened, I had lost all faith. There was just nothing that could have been done. That was an absolute dominating performance. Kiting his hard did die a lot more than he probably needed to, but it's because he continuously put himself in the most aggressive spots possible. And it was just impossible for Drexel to do anything about it. I mean, they constantly ganked that bot lane. As you can see, is the most ganks were in that bot lane alone as well.
Exactly. And with that being said, though, we are going to have to cut it to a short break here on the caster desk, but we will be back shortly here for game number 2, so don't go anywhere.
You better not. Welcome back to the Upsurge Minor Leagues. Game 2 now between Drexel University and Carnegie Mellon has underway. Now, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to go right down right now the draft for both of these teams so we can see what goes different and to give everybody a refresher as I did write it down. So last game, Carnegie Mellon played Renekton, Rek'Sai, Silas, Zaya, and Alistar. And Drexel University played Malphite, Lee Sin, Yasuo, Kaisa, and Nautilus. So there's a refresher for everybody so we can see what changes in this champion select. If you're Drexel right now, you might actually ban away one of those champions that gave you a lot of trouble.
Yeah, we will have to see. Reactionary bans aren't always the best, so that might not be it. It could have just been a matter of draft difference. We'll have to see how Drexel University decides to go into this. So there is going to be a Zaya ban. That worked out pretty well for Moo Cow last game. But was it the thing that turned the tide and won him that hard? I don't think so. I think it was more kiting is hard on the Rex side, just ganking everywhere and getting every single lane ahead. But maybe Drexel University has some information they know that I don't. Maybe they have a saucy counter pick ready if kiting is hard brings out the Rex side again.
See if that ends up getting brought out. We might see another reactionary ban right now from Drexel. It's going to be the Renekton. I don't blame them whatsoever on that one.
Yeah, just not wanting Harbinger to have that one again. Pretty dominating, although I want to chalk up part of that, or a good chunk of that, to the matchup at least. So we'll have to see. Granted, maybe Drexel University just doesn't want Harbinger on anything aggressive in the top lane.
We're going to see what they decide to put first pick priority on. They don't want to get counterpicked too hard. They might also want to steal another champion with this first pick priority. And it's going to be the Caitlyn for Rifle. Actually, he had locked in the Kaisa last time around. Didn't like it. Going to go with the Caitlyn.
Yeah. But Caitlyn has shot up quite a bit in the priority. She's definitely not the best AD carry by any means right now, but she is a very solid pick, especially if you draft well around her in the bot lane and jungle. Because with all the buffs to her AD, well, base AD that she's received and new item builds being found out, she has definitely gone up, especially with a lot of the top tiers getting hit down a notch.
I really like the Gangplank lock-in, and why not actually steal the Nautilus away from Nick, who didn't really play well on it anyway. I don't think he was going to play it again.
Yeah.
But now they take it away, and we'll see what Nick is going to be forced to play. But I really like the Gangplank from Harbinger because we just saw him carry, and Gangplank is like even better than Renekton at carrying.
Yeah. We'll have to see, but the Gangplank is much more vulnerable in the lane than the Renekton, so we'll have to see if that gets abused.
Fiora does get locked in. There's a straight-up duelist to take on that Gangplank. I was hoping we were going to see Fiora last game, but this time Luxio says, you know what? You put me on a tank last game and I didn't do anything. Please, let me play the game. He gets to play League of Legends this time around. And the last pick coming in will likely be an 80 carry. And looks like if the Kai'Sa is going to be available, Moo Cow is going to happily have it. Oh, switching to the Ashe, actually. So that's actually global pressure on two champions now.
Yeah, not to mention the Ashe is one of the few AD carries that Caitlyn can't hard win into. The Ashe doesn't really win into the Caitlyn. It's more that you basically match her range and can get decent poke down with your volley. So we'll have to see. But the Ashe is very vulnerable to Leona Allens because all you have is that enchanted crystal arrow. But the stun duration scales with how far it's traveled, and if it's a Leona right in your face, it's going to last like a second at best.
So how about Carnegie Mellon banning the Rek'Sai away from themselves? They actually aren't planning on playing this Rek'Sai, and they don't want Cha-Ching to have his hands on it, even though Cha-Ching really did not show a promising performance whatsoever on Lee Sin. So maybe they're just in general afraid of his Rek'Sai. They did pick it away from him last time. So I'm interested to see what Cha-Ching actually has that he can really make a difference with.
Yeah, we will have to see, because he can kind of only go up from that previous game's performance. It definitely wasn't a horrible performance, but it kind of left a good bit to be desired, so we'll have to see how he adapts. But he does have two champions taken off the table, but that's also two champions taken off the table from Carnegie Mellon as well. So we'll have to see.
Another jungle ban here. Yep. The jungler's going to have to dip deep into their pools now, or just bring Sejuani and Skarner back. Nobody wants to see that 2 tanks in the jungle, but Skarner's actually still super strong right now. Still super strong right now. It's going to be Nocturne for getting as hard. I like that a lot.
Yeah, not as much early pressure that you can exert on the Nocturne as Rek'Sai, since Nocturne does kind of want to power farm more up to that level 6, or just get a counter gank pre-6. But you can still put in good work and carry on the Nocturne, especially if you get a few kills under your belt. Just every fight, pop that Paranoia, dive, rifle in the back line, and blow him up.
Zac is going to be the counter coming in, so Cha-Ching will happily take Zac. That gives you another tank, so you've got a huge tank in the jungle and a huge tank at the support role against a champion like Nocturne and a champion like Gangplank. And the Orianna is available this time, so now you've got a nice team fight combo for yourselves with Zac, Orianna, and Leona.
Yeah, that's pretty damn huge. We'll have to see, though, because Drexel University, they pulled out something similar last game as well, trying to go for that Wombo combo, but just didn't work out. They fell too far behind.
The Sylas was left available, and MVN decides to go for Akali this time, not feeling the ultimates he can steal. And you know what? With how aggressive he was on that Sylas, Akali fits his playstyle perfectly. And it's going to be really exciting to see if Carnegie Mellon can pull out a 2-0 victory, or if we go to game 3. The champions are all locked in. Everybody's feeling more confident. As we can see, there's been a lot of changes on both sides. Matter of fact, nobody picked the same champion.
Yeah, actually. Yeah, no repeat champions from last game. That's a pretty good thing to point out. That's a sharp eye you got, Wakes.
Even though it worked perfectly for Carnegie Mellon, they didn't care to switch, or they didn't care to play the same thing. They wanted to do something completely different.
Yeah.
That might also be their downfall. It could be good, it also could be their downfall.
Yeah, because a lot of the reasons why repeat picks can be dangerous in a series is that you already have a warm-up on it. So you're already comfortable. You don't have to like do any of those slight minor relearnings when you go into game. But, I mean, we'll have to see. Interesting note, though, is that Triple Moo took that cleanse in the bot lane on Ashe, really not wanting to deal with a Leona lockup.
You know, the only thing I find dumb about that, just real quick, is the fact that Leona has like 3 lockup spells, so the cleanse can only save you from one of them.
Yeah.
That's kind of where I'd key in on that one. But I do want to quickly talk to you guys about Midwest Esports. Midwest Esports has been around for many years, starting as a small group out of Wichita State University. Since then, Midwest Esports has grown to be a veteran organizer to tournaments and events throughout the U.S. They host tournaments for games like League of Legends, Rocket League, as well as Overwatch. For more information, check them out at midwestesports.com. Now with that, let's take a quick break, and we'll see you when game number 2 begins. And we're on the Rich for game 3. Drexel University on the blue side, Carnegie Mellon on the red side. Brand new compositions for both teams. Will it make a difference? Will it be the downfall? We're going to have to see if that is what happens overall. That rhymed completely unintentionally. Yeah, I think I'm funny. My name is Wiggs. That's my man, Goferino. We've been bringing you the Upsurge Minor League here. And looks like a pretty casual level 1 to start.
Yeah, very interesting though. MVN starts the Doran's Ring Inequality. I don't think I've seen this before. You usually either see the Doran Shield, I think Doran's Blade sometimes, or even the Dark Seal. So the Doran's Ring is interesting.
I mean, he's been just had a terrific game on Silas. Whatever makes him feel comfortable, he should definitely go for it. Acorn and Moo Cow get spotted by that ward. They were aware of it. And it's the bot side versus the top side start, actually, this time around.
Yep. As nothing else really going to happen on this level 1. Luxo just AFKing at tower as top laner. That's something that always tilts me. At the level 1 at least. But that being said, first buffs are going to be taken here. Everybody's going to go to their respective lanes, and we're going to start seeing the magic happen. Moo Cow and Acorn just immediately going to lane and revealing that it was a topside leash. And the hook lands.
Rifle takes a lot of damage. Already had to burn that flash because there was no caliber net available. That's a really good start for the red side. They're just going to push this one straight in.
Yeah, and that's actually really huge because now Drexel University's bot lane, they're already on the back foot in terms of tempo since Rifle had to blow that flash already. And it means that Acorn and Moo Cow are going to hit that level 2 first, which kind of sucks as Leona because you want to hit the level 2 first yourself and get that all in.
You know what Moo Cow needs to do if he ever gets hit by a caliber net? Move over. All right, moving on.
Is it because it's a caliber net?
Harbinger. What's that?
Is it because it's a caliber net? Was that the joke?
No, but that would have been better.
I don't know. I'm never the hugest fan of puns. Oh, big on in the bot lane.
Gets rooted up. Moo Cow just getting the damages down. Flash away right there by Nick, who has honestly just had a really rough level 1, and they're not stopping when it comes to going for him.
Yeah, that's both flashes down in the bot lane here by 3 minutes, and all it's cost was 2 Nautilus dredge lines. 2 uses of a basic ability. You didn't even need jungle pressure there.
Nautilus is just so strong right now. Nice dodge on that dredge line there. And the level advantage already there as well. Level 3 and some against just 2 level 2s right now.
Oh, outplayed.
Is going to find a fear. It is a level 3 Nocturne gank, but it still works. Oh, he flashed in perfect timing, knowing that's exactly what his plan was, and first blood comes out. Meanwhile, a heal popped in the bot lane as they got caught again. Carnegie Mellon's on the board, though.
Yeah, and there's already a small gold lead forming here for the side of Carnegie Mellon. Oh, and another hook lands in the bot lane. No heal this time.
Nick is pretty much just going to go down to Acorn. And up in the top lane is Cha-Ching and Luxo right now onto Harbinger, who is struggling to find himself a way to get out. Does pop the barrel, gets some movement speed, but gets forced to the other side of the map. And Cha-Ching says, Luxo, this is your kill, buddy. Just let him have it. There you go.
Yeah, and that is very important here for the side of Drexel, because with all the buffs to Fiora, she is a huge menace once she gets rolling, because now that she can just mow down turrets, if she's winning and you can't do anything to stop her in the 1 versus 1, your towers just instantly die, which is very huge. But with that being said, though, everywhere else on the map is winning for Carnegie Mellon.
We're just going to have to see everything gradually slow down a little bit. Right now, if you're Drexel, this is the hole you threw yourself in last time around. Don't let it happen again. Keep yourselves positive. Make sure you do not die for any dumb ideas, any dumb things that might possibly happen. I mean, you don't make dumb plays. You just end up getting caught because the other team outsmarts you. But, you know, it's really going to be about being safe and only taking fights when you know 100% you can win them.
Yeah. As top lane, despite having already died once, Harbinger is bringing it back. Luxio might have to use the flash here.
Luxio never went back to get an item after that with that first blood gold, which did not
Oh,
help whatsoever.
Flayed?
Outplayed the ignite should actually barely live. He actually shielded himself last second there. That was very close.
Very close indeed. If it was not for the command protect, he would be dead. I thought I had something clever, but I didn't. Oh, it is kind of clever though. Cha-ching going for this cheeky old play. But it does mean kiting his heart is gonna steal that Raptor camp away from him.
Luxio against Harbinger now. Now he's got a double long swords and ready to go for this one, finally spending that gold. And you know, the thing to mention the bot lane is that they're losing 2v2. There's no jungler even involved here, as Rifle might go down again and will. And Cha-ching actually took a lot of damage there as well in the mid lane.
Yeah, and this kind of sucks. Paranoia in the bot lane.
Nick is pretty much just going to go down. There's nothing he can do. He can try and find a kill for whoever's tanking the tower, but it's the Nocturne, and he's nowhere near there. Moo Cow picks up another one. Meanwhile, Harbinger 1 versus 1 against Luxio.
Oh.
Luxio wins, but it's a kill for a kill as the Cannon Barrage takes him down.
Had he procced the Grand Challenge heal half a second faster, I feel like Luxio would have survived that thanks to the heal. Because I have a Diamond one-trick Gangplank friend, and all he ever does is complain about how useless level 1 Gangplank ulti is, so would have been a very thin margin. But with that being said, great play by Harbinger there, and despite the fact that he's died twice, he still has a 3-wave lead on his counterpart, 41-23.
Hey, he makes top lane look so easy, I tell you. Outplayed an MVN, outplayed still level 5, not even a shockwave available to help. And also Cha-ching. I don't think he wants to be here right now, but he has no way out, so he's just waiting to hope that kiting his heart might want to try and 1v1 him or something, but even then, I think
he could just slingshot out, I feel.
He's waiting for the Fiora to help him.
He has to slingshot out soon, because he can't slingshot out when cutting his heart finds him, but cutting his heart can always just go southbound.
He knows the Nocturne's gone. Maybe he actually wants the Fiora to bait Harbinger in here? But he's wasted so much time in that bush, he's got to move at some point.
And look at NVN's movement. We might have a 3 versus 2 in the top lane if he keeps walking this way, but I believe he's just taking out a control ward in that river. But still, the threat is there.
And Cha-ching, the biggest waste of time of this game. He spent a minute in a bush for absolutely no reason whatsoever. And he's just left, without even trying to get anything. So that was a really, really bad play by Cha-ching. But he is making his way back up. He knows that bush isn't warded. And he might join Luxio for a dive. He is going to slingshot over this wall right now. Is it going to work? Harbinger just gets blasted away. So much damage being dealt. And
God.
Luxio
That's a big pop. And now it's just going to be a plating fiesta in the top lane. But still, that's now a 3-in-1 Fiora. Never mind the CS, though, because that is kind of pretty low for this point. But still, 3 kills. But cutting his heart is in the bot lane. Spotted out by control wards. Still has the paranoia, though, so control wards don't really stop him all that too much. We can fly about 2.5 screens at this point, I want to say, with the level 1 ulti.
You see right now cutting his heart to stealing that red buff away because he saw Cha-ching near the top side. They also could make a dragon play with all the pressure they have bought, but they are probably a little bit worried about the Orianna Shockwave, which could make a big difference in any team fight anytime. They don't want to throw this lead that they've been able to get themselves early on in the game. But look at the Nocturne right now. He is spotted out, but that doesn't mean that he can't go for a dive anyway.
Yeah, because with how far behind this bot lane already is, arrow lands.
Oh my goodness, arrow plus depth charge plus paranoia means Rifle can't get out. Even though he's Caitlyn, he still ends up getting feared, and kiting his heart picks up the kill. Nick almost got one with the tower damage on Acorn, but now kiting his heart says, let's go. Cannon Barrage comes out. Nick look for the kill, and Acorn flashed the wall to keep himself alive. 2 more kills picked up in the bot lane.
Oh, things are so disastrous in this bot lane. Just look at that CS differential. Look at that kill differential. It's just going in Carnegie Mellon's favor and then some. They're even going to get all 5 plates of this tower, I believe. Actually, Miniwave is going to die, but I still think they get it.
When your bot lane is level 7 and the enemy's bot lane is level 5, you've clearly done something right. I still can't get over the fact that they picked up a kill without jungle pressure when it was all about jungle pressure last game. And then now, even with the jungle pressure, it just gets easier from there.
So easy. Look at the build Rifle is having to go for. Pickaxe into Brawler's Glove and Dagger. He can't even get a BF sword. Whereas Triple Moo should back here and have the full on Blade of the Ruined King. And they also have the Dragon under the belt too, so just huge advantages being piled up here. It's already 5,000 gold lead for Carnegie Mellon. It's only really the top lane that has the differential here for Drexel, but it's a 100 gold differential.
Oh, he hops the Rand challenge looking for Harbinger. Decides to get out of it. You know, the biggest thing is that Luxo just gets scared every time he tries to go in. That's why he's so far down in CS, because he lets Harbinger just poke him and he just gets scared every time. And we actually look at the lane swap coming out here. The bottom lane is going up top now. And that might actually force Luxo the Fiora to head to the bot lane.
Yeah, that is the correct play here for Carnegie Mellon, because they already got that bot lane, they already got that tower. All the objectives are on the top side of the map right now, and Luxo, he's just gonna have to sit here under tower and die.
He is going to die. Depth charge comes out. He does parry it. Oh, in comes a Zac. If Luxo can survive long enough, they can make a play. They do. He picks up the shutdown. Now he's bouncing all over the place, trying to get the Nocturne, but can't quite. Flashes for him. Might be a triple kill possibly for Cha-Ching. He might continue to go for Acorn. He actually is still chasing him. Slingshotted back up. And he should be able to find Acorn. He just needs one more. There he goes. Slap him into a minion. Why don't you? Still trying to look for it.
Look at
Acorn
MVN.
might have a dredge line available. The chilling smite comes down. Cha-Ching still looking for it. He does have his passive. Why not try it? And he does pick up 3 kills there in the top lane. That is huge. But Rifle in a bad spot. What an arrow from top side. Is able to do something about that one. Luckshot is here against MVN. He does win this 1v1, and he's ready to go for it right now. One more shot will do the trick, but Harbinger is there. He dashes in and finds a kill. Nick now getting the stun down. Cannon Barrage is there, but Luckshot healing and making it happen. And you know what? Luxo gets to play League of Legends today, as he's got 4 kills. He picks up 2 there in the bot lane.
Yeah, thing is, though, the CSing here for Drexel is just kind of bad all around, except in the mid lane here for Outflayed. But he might die here.
As long as he doesn't get feared, he should be fine. He actually wins this if he can get a shockwave
the
off.
shockwave.
Man attack. He will get the shockwave off, and the dissonance picking up the kill. And all of a sudden, Drexel making plays all over the map. As Cha-Ching right now, who still does have his passive, is on Moo 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 Cow.
There's no teleport to save him here. He just dies.
He's going to die. No, he has time to get... No, he doesn't. He's down. So, some sloppy plays, but some really good plays that have been picking them up kills. Drexel definitely doing a lot better with this composition.
Yeah. Thing is, though, match still in favor of Carnegie Mellon, just thanks to the CS lead across the board, not to mention all the tower platings they've picked up.
Now, I think the biggest thing right now is that when your Fiora has 52 CS, you need to just let her farm. I don't like the call, personally, by Drexel to keep the Fiora into the 2v1 lane. That literally causes Fiora to miss more CS.
Oh, Luxo.
Great parry on the dredge line, and the stun comes in. There's the arrow. There's the depth charge. There's just too much CC. Please, free Luxo. Send him to the bot lane. This is just way too rough for your Fiora that's snowballing.
Yeah, and that's the most fed member of their team as well. Because all the kills are on Luxo right now and Cha-Ching. Oh, Rifle.
Armin. Oh my goodness.
Bruh.
He didn't even have to press anything other than Q. Whew.
It's like, I know the feeling that Rifle's going through right now. You've fallen behind in lane as an AD carry, and you're just trying everything you can to farm, but if you're behind as an AD carry, that means literally everything can kill you, because you can be ahead and everything kills you. Imagine when you're behind by like 3 levels.
I can't help but think this is just a terrible call that they sent the Fiora back up top, because it lets the Gangplank also just pick up free kills, because the Gangplank can't kill the Fiora, but the Gangplank can 2v1 the bot lane because they're so far behind. So finally, good call. They're sending Caitlyn up top. They're sending Fiora to the bot lane. This is the right play for Drexel right now, and they need to make sure they stick with this for a while to let Fiora farm as much as she possibly can.
Exactly, and we do have a dragon coming up here in less than 30. It will be another cloud, so more move speed for whoever picks it up. It's not going to be the highest priority thing, but there have been a lot of rotations this game. Like, look, Harbinger is already back in the top lane in preparation for this dragon. Oh, slingshot.
Going for Acorn right now. Is that the target you really want? You know his ultimate is not available. You pull him into a minion. You bounce right on top of him, and blocking all the Ash arrows is Cha-Ching. Oh, great Solar Flare. Moo Cow forcing him to use the cleanse. The Shockwave only pulls in Acorn, though. They do find him. Cha-Ching going under the tower, popping up Moo Cow, forcing the arrow to miss. But he's going to die as the Paranoia will assassinate him. And it's just a 1-for-1 at the end of the day. But the Gangplank was pushing top the entire time.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they picked up Nick.
Might be a 3-for-1 here. Grand Challenge comes out.
Luxo trying to take down MVN. I don't think he wins this 1v1. Gets fighted down to the ground. Rifle and Outplayed trying, but can't find anything. And now the Dragon is the play right now. And there's also a Gangplank flanking around, possibly looking for Rifle, but they get spotted.
Yeah, now that's 3 kills for 1, and they also get the Dragon, and we're right back to where we were in game number 1. A 7k gold lead 16 minutes in, and it's not a 9k gold lead 15 minutes in, but it's not much better. I'll be honest with you on that one, Wiggs.
Yeah, it's just not been whatsoever what you've expected coming out here. I mean, when you're Drexel and you build a whole new comp and you get a really solid early game, even though you're behind in gold, to me, my biggest problem has been the fact that Drexel's lanes just can't farm. Outplayed can, but everybody else just struggles significantly to farm each and every single game. Cha-Ching is there with a shield on him. Shockwave not available. Onto Acorn they go. They're also focused on
the Shockwave.
A 3-man Shockwave comes out. Solar Flare on top. They pick up 2 kills. Outplayed is so fed now. And plays like that can make a huge difference. They're going to pick up their first tower of the series.
When you phrase it like that, it doesn't sound too good, but yeah. This is some much-needed momentum here for the side of Drexel, especially after Game 1 and especially after, well, the entirety of this game up until now.
Global Gold getting picked up. Not a thing they had last game, but you know what?
Arrow lands.
Outplayed. You got to block for him. Great job by Nick, getting right in front of him, making sure nobody goes in.
Yeah.
There's a Nocturne standing to the side with Paranoia available as well.
It would have been a 2 versus 4, even with how fed this Nocturne is. I mean, I don't know if you win those, but I appreciate the thought.
Still got to let Fiora farm right now. 68 CS at 17 minutes is just not okay.
Yeah.
Caitlyn kind of falls off at this point in the game anyway, but if you want Fiora to do pretty much anything, you've got to let her farm.
Yeah, but the same thing goes for this Caitlyn too, but where can you send Rifle where he doesn't die? You can't send him into either of the side lanes, and he can't be mid lane alone because, I mean, then he's just going to get dove and die again. And he's sitting here with a pickaxe and a Zeal, whereas his contemporary has a Bork, a Runons, and a pickaxe. Slingshot comes out.
They've been going for Acorn over and over again. I don't know if it's even worth it at this point. I mean, the Nautilus isn't really worth too much gold, but Cha-Ching will still take him down. Paranoia on to Outplayed. They take him down before he can Shockwave. That is huge. Tightening his heart is going to let himself die for that anytime, as long as the AD carries can fight and they can take the tower. And that's exactly what Carnegie Mellon wanted to do, and they did.
Yeah, a 2-for-1 at least in the favor of Drexel, but they still lose that mid tower. They just aren't able to get any huge objectives off the back of any of these wins, it seems, except for that last fight where they got the mid tower. Slingshot lands, though.
Oh, he does, however, miss the grab there. The Solar Flare does go down. The stun down. MVN picks up 1, picking up 2. They find 3. The Fiora teleported away. The Orianna was dead. I questioned starting that fight to begin with. And easy kills for Carnegie Mellon.
Yeah, a 4-for-2 in their favor and the mid tower. That's just pretty damn insane, as there is going to be a bit of reset now, but the gold lead is back to kind of where it was, but a little further ahead from where we last saw it at the 17-ish minute mark.
It only gets crazier from here right now. If you're Drexel, you've got to remember what works. What works is jumping in with your Orianna, but without your Orianna, you have been thrown into a lot of bad situations. They did let Fiora farm top lane, and she's going to grab another couple waves top. So that alone is great. You've just got to keep letting that happen. Rifle even gets to pick up a couple minion waves here. And then you can all reconvene mid. Get a great Orianna Shockwave combo with either Nick or Cha-Ching. and you can win a team fight very easily.
Yeah, and that's their best way back into this game, honestly, but it's only worked out a few times, and Kiting His Heart is in the bot lane here on the Nocturne, has the Paranor if he wants, but I don't know if he needs it to kill Rifle in this situation. Honestly, all that needs to happen is NVN needs to come within a 2-foot radius of him, and he will die. That's pretty easy to do as a Kali.
Rifle is being way too Rifle. What are you doing? Great block by Nick, actually. So Akali can't do a lot. Solar Flare down. They're not going to dive this one. The depth charge almost came out. That's why Nick flashed.
Yeah, just a little too thick on that hitbox, and Acorn did hit the wall. Speaking of thick boys, though, here comes the ball
on him right now. Pulls Moo Cow in, who has to cleanse. Does get the arrow off. Moo Cow is being CC'd so that Outflake can stay alive, but he can't find a good spot for a shockwave. Gets pulled in by Drexel. Has to barrier. Is going to get taken down by the Paranoia, though. Depth charge is down. Nick is here, but nobody else is. I don't think Nick should have walked in there at all, and he's actually going to get taken down as well. Meanwhile, there's also a fight in the top lane while this is going on. Cha-Ching is still alive. Cha-Ching trying to do something about it, just buying time right now. Luxo, meanwhile, jumps back in, trying to find him. Grand Challenge is down, but he's way too low. He's got to wait for the health bar to keep on growing as he's got the health pot, waiting for his dash to come back up, but he does not want to dash into a barrel right now. It doesn't land. Now he waits.
Oh,
now he goes in and takes him down. What a play by Luxo, but the dragon gets taken by Carnegie Mellon.
Yeah, even with that impressive play, keep in mind the rest of his team died across the map, and overall is a 2 for 4, and another dragon picked up here for Carnegie Mellon.
Good counter here, though. Easy tower for Luxo in the top.
Is it, though? I don't think he's pushing it fast enough, because look at where Kiting His Heart and Moo Cow is. They're both coming in pretty hot.
I think he wins. No, he does not win a 1v1 against the Nocturne. Paranoia comes out. Luxo might just want to take down the tower and die for it at this point, because he's dead anyway. That's what I would have done. But an easy kill picked up for Kiting His Heart, who has been so pivotal in both of these games.
Yeah. And certainly not the same level as last game in terms of early pressure, but he's still 9-3-2 in this Nocturne. He's making good plays with that Paranoia and a good spell shield, but here comes the Let's Bounce.
Let's Bounce. He actually flashed to make sure he knocked him back. Does miss the grab, though, and then gets feared. That was not worth your flash whatsoever, Cha-Ching. Rough play there.
And here comes the Cavalry.
There we go. Cha-Ching does have his passive available if he needs it. He is pretty much just going to be forced to fight this one, though. Kiting His Heart is over on the other side. The passive didn't quite come back up. Rifle had to flash away. The rest of the team still not quite there.
But it's not over yet, it looks like.
MVM onto Nick, who gets a pretty good stun. I don't think MVM is as strong as he was last game by any means.
Yeah.
They're doing Baron.
Although, a fun fact, we're at the first Baron of the game, 23 minutes in, and Rifle still hasn't finished a full item. That's how far behind he is on this Caitlyn.
And that's why there's no pressure to steal this. Yeah, you have the Orianna Shockwave combo, but you can't really get anything here. Cannon Barrage down. Great Solar Flare in the backside. Kiting His Heart is actually by himself. Nick making a big play there, but Kiting His Heart is still alive. And the Orianna is not around in time to go for that Shockwave. And that hurts so much. Now finds 1 onto 3, but it's not enough damage. And MVN picks it up. And just fighting without everybody. Cha-Ching moving in and out, trying to get himself to help his AD carry disengage. And does that successfully. But it's Baron for Carnegie Mellon.
Yeah, and honestly, the game's just theirs for the taking right now. They should crack open the base here, get even more kills, because, I mean, that's what they've been doing so far, and just reset with all the gold you have and push home the advantage even harder.
I mean, I've seen so many fights over and over again where Drexel just haven't been in the right place at the right time, and their team is never together when they fight. And we look at the fact that they won fights last time they were able to get a good Orianna Shockwave and everybody was together. So I don't know why this has been a difficult thing for them. They might pick up MVN here. He's in a really bad spot. He's going to try and dash away. He's got a Nocturne in the distance. Will flash. Cha-Ching's going to go for him still. Paranoia in on a Rifle. He's going to get assassinated by the Nocturne. They knew he was there. They saw him at the Krug camp. They just didn't care. And, man, just once again, Drexel just fails to learn that they can't jump 4 people for 1 guy. It's just never worked out. Nick is super caught. A flash away, actually, by Moo Cow, and Acorn was able to stop that pounce from coming in Outflayed gets hit by the depth charge. Is that really going to matter, though? He's looking for more damage. Acorn taking a lot of damage. He's been the one they always jump on instead of Moo 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 Cow. Acorn still in a bad spot. Luxshow, he actually beat Harbinger here recently, has the Grand Challenge down, but the bullet or cannon barrage is not enough, as well as the Grievous Wounds there. And Acorn actually got out alive. That bot lane fight didn't really mean anything.
And that's just one of the big problems Drexel has had this entire series is like they go for all these picks, but even when they get a pick, they come out on the wrong end.
$15,000 gold lead. Baron's still available. 28-16. 3 dragons. Only 26 minutes in. Right now, Carnegie Mellon are showing that they are an extremely strong team. They have had some misplays in this game here and there. But they understand how to get a lead and how to take a mile with it. That's exactly what they did in Game 1. That's exactly what they're doing here in Game 2. And they're just making sure they don't get caught. I do like the aggressiveness from Drexel. It's a lot more aggressive than they were last game. But that aggressiveness is also hurting them a lot.
Yeah, because, I mean, just look at the item differentials between everybody. It's about half an item to a full item across the board, except for that AD carry position where it's like 3, but ignore that.
The Caitlyn still doesn't have a full item. It was a second guessing thing where Rifle decided to pick up a BF sword as well before finishing up that Zeal item.
Oh, there's the paranoia.
Die Rifle because he can. The fear didn't go down. That was actually huge. They might pick up Kiting his heart here. He actually finally sells himself out a little bit more than he needed to. The Solar Flare was in a bad spot, though, but MVN also being jumped on right now. Kiting his heart with the stopwatch right now is getting taken down. But in the top lane, in the mid lane, they get 2 towers for all of that attention.
And an inhibitor.
You're cutting his hard right now. You're not mad about the fact that you died at all. He also has 2 GAs. He bought that on accident.
What?
Did he just do that now? He did. He only had 1 earlier.
I know he only had 1 earlier. I just don't know if he had 2 there. Because I think GA is one of those items where it's technically not gold efficient because a lot of its power is from the passive. Don't quote me on that because I'm not 100% sure, DBH. But yeah, another dragon being picked up by Drexel. Or, not Drexel, Carnegie Mellon.
Huh. You know, at this point, why not sell one? I mean, well, I'm very confused. But, I mean, if he wants both of them, he left base. He didn't... I don't know if he doesn't notice or if he just doesn't care. It was definitely an accident, though.
No, he just bought 2 because he used stopwatch in that last fight.
Oh my god, he bought 2 on purpose.
This is either like really hardcore autopiloting or it's just flexing.
It's a next level Nocturne build. Oh, he sold it. He realized he went back to base and he sold it. That makes more sense. He bought it on accident. There's a fight right now. Cha-ching doesn't really find anything. You know, I'm glad he noticed. You know, if he didn't notice, that looked pretty bad. Oh, one of his teammates probably said something.
Probably, yeah. Or his teammates just aggressively pinged it. That's what usually happens.
Baron's going to spawn in about 30 seconds. Cha-ching looking for something over
Oh, Cha-ching, he has to slingshot out.
All right, he is going to find his way out.
Oh, and we have a pause.
Looks like some lag coming out from Cha-ching, he says, so we're going to wait on that a little bit.
Hopefully that will get resolved soon, but I guess we can look at the state of the game right now. Baron's going to be up in 26 seconds just here, and you kind of got to imagine as soon as that spawns, Carnegie Mellon's going to eye that up like it's a delicious little snack. A little game-ending snack.
What I do like that has changed in the last 5 or 10 minutes is that Drexel has started to farm. Rifle has over 100 CS than he did 10 minutes ago. So does the Fiora. Well, maybe 60, 70 CS. And so that alone tells me that they're trying to get back into this game, and they're understanding that you need to farm to win, because that's something that didn't happen last game at all. That I'm very happy about.
I mean, it's still kind of liking this game too, but it's not the worst, as we are back into game now. everything all fine diddly do.
20, almost 30 minutes on the clock. And right now, oh, I forgot we were desynced, actually. We had to fix that real quick.
Oh, wait. Alrighty. I'm paused at 29:22.
Okay, I'm a second ahead, so go ahead and get to 29:23.
Okay, I'm at 29:23. Alright, unpause here in 3, 2, 1.
All right, much better.
Yay, okay, and we're all back. As there's a bit of a split push in the bot lane. MVN on his own. Speaking of all on your own, Cha-Ching caught out.
No, he's not. Dredgeline's there. Nick, thinking about going in, just helps to keep his jungler alive. Baron is now available. Lots of minions in the base. I don't think this is going to be countered whatsoever. Or is it? They're actually going to walk through. There's so many red wards in there. They could turn and fight easily if they please. The Gangplank actually just waiting for them to walk in there. Nick gets slowed down. Ace in the hole comes out. They have vision on this one, but where is Cha-Ching? Nick is going to get bursted down. They're going to go for the fight here. This is the one that they have to go for broke. They're going to lose if it doesn't do anything. The Orianna does pick up one kill, but there is nothing else available. The Fiora is also down in the bot lane, so they just got to keep rolling through it right now. Cha-Ching right in the middle, actually still alive. They were able to stop the Baron overall, if you ask me. Now there's just 3 available. The Orianna's still alive, by the way.
They just turned back on the Baron here. So you just gave up 3 lives in exchange for 1 and the Baron.
Not worth it whatsoever. Kiting his heart has just been the guy who just dies for his team. That's why he picked up the GA to begin with. Luckshot's going to look for MVN, but it's not really going to matter. And Outplayed had to go back to base to pick up those minions, so he couldn't try to get that Miracle Shockwave off. And that's the biggest thing, I think, with these team fights, is the fact that there has been one good Shockwave in a team fight, and there has been no Shockwaves in team fights since then.
Yeah, because it's like everybody just dies instantly. It's like, what can you really do? Because keep in mind, Outplayed, he was 4-1 on this Orianna, but 5-4 now since he's kind of been turbo focused in fights. And it's also like one of those things where it's like, yeah, you exited lane 4-1, but you look across the rest of the map and the enemy laners are all like 7-1, 3-2, and then like 9-4. And you're just like, well, I can't really do anything about this.
Yeah. It's been a rough game altogether for Drexel University. But I think the biggest thing right now is the fact that I would not say this game is over. I don't say that any game is over, honestly. It's really rough, but because we haven't seen that Miracle Shockwave play from Outplayed yet, I know that it's still a possibility, if they all group up together, that they can get a really nice fight here. But you've got to combo it with Leona, and Rifle has to do enough damage. Luckshot has to do enough damage. Arrow comes out. Luxshow's the one who gets hit. Cannon Barrage right on top. Luxshow is down. Now they got to look for the rest. You've got to find that Shockwave wherever it is, but you can't really get a good one. Liliona's already down. Outplayed had to flash over the wall, and now he's stuck on the wrong side as he's also taken down. Looking for everybody else. Cha-Ching down. The ace is there, and that will do it. Carnegie, Mellon, you have proven yourselves worthy in a 2-0 series victory in another 30-minute game.
That is a very, very pressing win there for the series coming out for Carnegie Mellon. And I mean, that's how you make a statement.
A statement victory by Carnegie Mellon. Game 2, they decided to completely change their composition, which took me by complete surprise, but it didn't even matter. It was a better game overall by Drexel, so you do have to give them credit for adjusting and making changes to make sure things work. But other than that, it really didn't pan out the way they expected it to.
Yeah.
I mean, Acorn had more gold in that game than Rifle did.
Yeah. It's just one of those situations where you're like, what can I do as AD carry? It's like, oh, Mr. Enemy Team, may I farm here? And the enemy team's like, no, you die. It's like, oh, I'll just stick with my team, get no farm whatsoever, and we're already losing fights, so I'm not getting any kills or assists either. But, I mean, props to Carnegie Mellon. Like, everybody just won. Even in the top side, Harbinger, he died a bunch of times early, but he's able to still keep it even through the CSing.
I'm going to ask you, Gopherino, to give me a player of the series here.
I'd have to say Kiting is hard, because he just opened up the map so hard both games.
I would 100% agree with you. I mean, he's really the reason they continuously snowball. There's not a lot of 1v1 kills. It's a lot of him getting involved and making sure things happen. So he was terrific at snowballing his lane. Congratulations to Carnegie Mellon for picking up a win with a 2-0 here. I would, of course, like to thank all of you guys for watching. From all of us here at Upsurge Esports, and all of us here at the sorry, I'm just gonna stop because I realized I was saying the wrong thing. I'm totally not reading off a sheet of paper here. Now, from all of us here at the broadcasting desk, as well as Upsurge Esports, thank you for tuning in and have a great night.